Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you're at. This is a 7:30 update, New York time. Just wanted to actually give you guys some understanding, or at least clarity, what actually happening. If you watched my previous videos, guys probably know we're still in a channel. And we're actually coming up where Tuesday we will be going into a new section of possible trend change. And what I'm actually seeing, we have broken outside of this trend that we were actually in descending trend for about 1, 2, 4, about 6 days. Right now we're trading above the trend. Let's move to 1 hour. We have closed couple of these heads and shoulders. We have been coming down to the low, but have not broken our low on July 16th. That was actually our last low. And we are right now on our new shoulder head structure. It looks like it's coming down to be a slanted one to the right. Let's look at 15-minute chart so we can see what's happening. As we came down, we recovered back up, created this some believe it's a head, some believe I was sticking to that it's going to be a shoulder. We're going to come down, build out a head, but we did have a huge pump and dump. So what I'm actually seeing is maybe this is actually a head, and this actually was just an extension, kind of like double horns. I'm not sure. And right now we're trading possibly this shoulder right here. If this is considered to be a right shoulder and this is actually our left shoulder, then we are actually having a head being lifted up, indicating we will be having possibly a run. But either way, for us to complete, we have to come down and at least bounce from this resistance or go down further. As we are half hour away from an Asian market opening, I believe during the Asian market something will happen. This is actually the time that will actually everything go and break record positions? Not sure. Probably not. We need more volume than usually what the Asian market capable of. But also, as we look at the history, for the last, I would say, 24 or 48 hours, we have broken through the resistance. We have softened the resistance area. Unfortunately, we have not done much to the support. Let's go back to the 1 hour. See, for the last couple of days, we have not came close. We just came close enough, but we have not touched the support, and that is something that actually worries me. How much volume will we need to break through that support? With resistance, again, we are still standing on the bottom half of this tunnel. but we have came up to it and touched it about 24 hours ago, which is partially a good sign. Now, what to suspect in the next 24, 48 possible hours? I believe we have a possibility of possibly breaking through this new trend of support. Will we get down this low as 30,000? Personally, I would hope so, but is that going to happen? I want to say unlikely. I think, as we can see, this head right here that actually been building out on a 1 hour chart, and you can probably see it on a 4 hour. 4 hour. Even if we go to a day chart, we might be able to see this on a day chart. This head right here, as it's building out, I'm suspecting we'll get a pump to roughly about this area here, start building out a shoulder, bounce back probably on Tuesday to 34,000, and then start working our way again down within the channel. So we probably will have our fourth bounce. Can we break it? If we get enough of volume, definitely we can. But let's look at the volume chart here. We do not have much of a volume. The biggest volume days that we had were actually May 19th and June 21st and 22nd. But as we continue, we're having a volume drop. For us to break outside of this traveling tunnel, we would have to at least get back to $40 billion worth of volume in a single day trade to push through that at least, and that still might not be enough. If you can get a volume around 48, 50 billion, and this is actually, I believe, in US dollars, and I'm actually saying this, let me verify that. Yes, that's just in US dollars. So if we can get that much of volume of $50 billion worth of dollars of volume, we definitely can break out. So that's, some of you might have been hoping for better updates. Unfortunately, that's all what I can offer at this time. Is just lacking volume keeps us in this locked trend, and we just cannot really get anywhere. And that's just about it. That volume, as you can see, you do get a little pump, and it comes back again to about 13 billion a day. And with 15, 20 billion a day, that's going to allow us to lift possibly to 34,000, 33,500. As we continue further down the days, the amount will be getting reduced because of this descending line. But we kind of got locked into this position until something happens. How long we're going to be locked in this position, I'm hoping something will change, but all we can do is just hope. That is all I have for right now. I am suspecting something happening in the next 25 minutes. Some movements, possibly. Let's go back to 15 minutes. There's actually a possibility we might actually have a small round down for the first 15 minutes, then a pump up or an opposite, but based on Friday closure in Asian market, the market was moving down. So I suspect it to continue that down run as orders were not filled when market was closed and servers were shut down. So as the servers are going back up, they'll be filling those orders down. Then the market will reverse. Because we are trading with very minimum volume right now of about $36 million per 15 minutes, we are not going anywhere. So if we even get a pump of about 250 million or even a half a billion per 15 minutes, right there, if you look at that, that's a $612 million worth of pump to make this move, to break through this support and then just broke back out. For us to actually make a significant move, we need at least $1 billion move in 15 minutes time frame. And can Asian market deliver that? I personally don't think so, but they can always surprise us. But I am suspecting something serious happening in European market, because the European market actually have more possibilities to make something happen, and I'm looking towards that. But I will be watching this market start at 8 o'clock New York time, at 10 o'clock New York time, at midnight, at 2 o'clock New York time in the morning, and then actually at 4 o'clock, where major possibilities can happen. And if nothing happened in those time frame, then we'll go up to 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock New York time in the morning, and hopefully will something start moving that. But Monday is a day of a lot of things happening. Certain money is being released, um, futures, new futures opening, and a few other things. So a lot of possibilities. So let's see what happens. Watch those time frames. Catch sleep in between. Make sure you're rested. So when we do hit those sweet spot of that pump to 34, maybe even if we break higher than 34, you are well rested and can make smart decisions with your investment. So that's all I can say. I will try to keep you guys posted as long as I able to see something worthwhile posting. But in the meanwhile, I appreciate your time, and most of all, I bless every single one of you, and I wish for every single one of you wisdom so you can see and make those decisions for you and your family to make your and your family's life better. Blessings to all.